Through culture, through the arts, and with the artists, Europe must tell an appealing story, a strong and collective story. And we have to be aware that what we decide today will impact the 100 years to come, and therefore our discussion here is more than timely.
Across our continent, democratic norms are under strain. Trust is eroding, civic space is narrowing, sometimes quietly, sometimes violently. And yet, even now, even in this moment of urgency and seismic culture shifts, culture is still treated as an accessory, a nice afterthought, a soft and harmless extra. This is not only wrong, but this is dangerous. Culture is not a luxury. It is Europe's defense line. It's Europe's foundation. And let me say it plainly. Europe cannot defend democracy if Europe doesn't defend culture.
If I talk to the ministers, they all agree culture is important. But when it comes to financing, then it's more about security and defense right now, which is, of course, I understand it's very important. But my question to them is always, what are we actually defending, if not our culture as Europeans? You know, and I would say, like, even in this geopolitical atmosphere we're in, also looking at our close friends, they have been our close friends until now, the US, they are actually fighting us. And this is also why the AFE-MSD will be so important for us to then actually fight that. But we need to have funding for that, and therefore we need to have the member states on board. So these negotiations will be very important for us.
Europe is under attack, the European Parliament is under attack, and the cultural sector is under attack. Cultural sector is seen as woke. And even when we warned a year ago, could you imagine a year later that it came even worse? And it did not only come worse in the United States. Kennedy Center is taking place also in Europe, within the European Union.
The vital role that culture plays in our society, for our values, for our economy, also for relations with other countries, for relations with partners, as a tool for diplomacy, but it's also making very clear and strong commitments. Commitments to defend the freedom of artistic expression, commitments to the people who dedicate themselves to culture, and this is just the beginning. The real work is the work that starts now. We need your support. We need artists, we need networks, we need organizations, because only together can we realize our visions and our ambitions in this area. And every one of us has a part. We need to mobilize networks. We need you to make your voices heard.
We need imagination, we need creativity. Europe will not make it if we don't put more imagination and creativity and knowledge into this renewal of the European project.